While Fuller House may be a family show, the Fullest House Podcast is not. Listener discretion is advised. Hello and welcome to the Fullest House Podcast, where we can definitely complete an American Ninja Warrior course. It's so easy, you guys. Anyways, I'm Zany Zach.
I'm Magnificent Mark.
And I'm Hungry Hippo Harrison. All of the other names were taken.
And if you're wondering why we've introduced ourselves in this way, it's because, guys, Stephanie's gonna be performing at her first kids party, and we all wanted to get into the mood.
These are our children's performer names.
Yes.
For our new band, the Good Time Boys Band.
Exactly.
Imagine if it's like the Wiggles, but instead make them American and us instead of like the actual Wiggles. That's kind of what it's like.
I'm really glad you remembered the detail that the Wiggles were not American. I would have forgotten.
I forgot that too.
Yeah, they're Australian.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm aware now that you mention it.
I forgot that too. Anyway.
Well, clearly you guys weren't as much of a big Wiggle head as I was as a kid.
I genuinely wasn't. I didn't like the Wiggles.
Oh,
I loved the Wiggles. But even I didn't remember that they were Australian. It's been many years.
Who's your Wiggle? Harrison, who's your favorite member of the Wiggles?
Was there a Steve? I feel like he was my favorite.
Steve did Blue's Clues.
Harrison, Steve is a character in Fuller House. Speaking of Fuller House...
I guess it's sort of fitting that we have this subject of kids shows, considering our original test episode was about a kids performer.
Yes!
It was about a kids band, yeah.
We've come full circle in season 4, episode 4.
Yeah.
So not full circle, because there's more of the circle left to go.
Mark, I think what you meant to say was that we came fullest circle.
Okay, anyway.
Oh, Zach, I hate you with a burning passion.
Anyway.
This is going to be a good episode. We're doing well.
This is a very good
Moving
episode.
on from this absolutely cursed opening bit.
Okay, everyone. Just take a cleansing breath. 1, 2, 3.
This episode's fucking insane.
We good? We calm? We can continue?
Yes.
Okay, everybody. Pretend that all didn't happen. Anyway, this episode starts out with Steph coming out with a bunch of laundry and saying, "Did you know we had a dryer too?" Which isn't important in the episode, but is very important to me because this episode starts out strong with Steph being a mess.
Steph is a mess.
Steph is a mess. She's unsure about performing for kids, even though we just spent all of last episode dealing with that.
Yeah, I guess technically this is a different reason to be ambivalent about performing for kids, but still.
It's coming up. And Kimmy assures her that she's going to do fine, or maybe that she can't get a replacement or something. I didn't write that part down. Anyway, guys, Ramona has friends?
Yes,
what?
Ramona comes downstairs with her new friends, including Coco. I forgot the mean girl's name. Sienna.
The main girl is Sienna. She's our Regina George.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Perfect homage to the character.
There's also Coco, who is, I forget the names of the mean girls, but the Amanda Seyfried one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Oh, Karen. Her name's Karen. Yes, I remember now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coco is our Karen.
And then we have 2 other girls who don't talk.
And yes. And 2 non-white girls who don't talk.
Oh God, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh that's bad.
There are 4 of them.
That's very
2 of
bad.
them talk.
I noticed
2
that
of them
too.
are white. 2 of them are not.
Yeah. Oof, that's rough. Is that racist?
Yeah.
Where the answer is always yes.
Yes. Yeah, I wrote down in my notes, Ramona has shitty friends. Kimmy offers them carefully prepared tapas, which they won't eat because they're not eating carbs, which I guess fair, but it's definitely in that Mean Girls way, and they're not, nice about it. Ramona immediately starts eating, which is great.
Yeah, Ramona is great.
Yeah. When Sienna says we're not eating carbs, Ramona says, "Oh, you were serious." Ramona's the best. Ramona's just a great
Ramona's
character.
Great. Yeah, we love Ramona.
She's so good.
Fun to watch.
She's really good in this
good.
episode.
Yep.
I'm glad. It's been a while since we had a Ramona-centered episode.
Yeah. I know. It feels like it's been a while. I feel like we've done a lot of stuff with like DJ, Steph, and Kimmy the past like several episodes. So it's cool to have more of a focus on the side characters. Oh, J Money as well, yeah.
There's been a lot of J Money, which is always welcome.
Right, yeah.
Again, our stance is this show would be much better if it was like just J Money, Ramona, Fernando, and Jimmy.
And Steve.
Yes.
I mean, Steve.
And
can
Steve,
do
yeah. A very unconventional household. But
yeah.
Yeah. Max can be there too. He provides a good contrast.
Yeah.
I suppose so. Yeah.
I think there's later a comment where Kimmy refers to herself, DJ, and Stephanie as the coolest friend group in the house, which is just a lie.
Yes.
And because everyone knows it's J Money, Ramona, Max, and then their adult friends, Jimmy and Fernando.
Yes. Two of whom don't live in the house.
The adults don't live there. They're just two guys who show up from time to time.
They're just
because
leeches.
the door is always open and they can't prevent them from getting in.
They should really invest in better security.
They should really invest in locks for their door.
Yep. Do you think that's what it is? Do you think the lock is broken and they just don't want to fix it?
Yes.
Such a hassle.
That's our new fan theory. Let's do it.
Anyway, important. Ramona says, "Hey Kimmy," or "Hey Mom, don't embarrass me in front of my new friends." Kimmy immediately starts flossing. And I don't mean like dental care. I mean the dance. Which one would be worse?
Both at the same time, I think would be pretty weird.
I don't know how you would accomplish
Zach,
that.
you think outside of the box, and that's why I love you.
Thank you.
That is wonderful.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. I think, much like J Money and Ramona, we provide a good contrast.
I wonder how one would accomplish that. You need a lot of floss.
I think it's
while
about
flossing.
like being really flexible.
Yeah.
You know, you have to bend in a certain way.
Yeah.
Or you just get like a really long floss.
That's what I'm saying. You need a lot of
It's
floss.
just a really long string of floss.
But Ramona makes plans to hang out at the burger place with her new bad friends.
Yay.
And we cut to the next scene where our favorite boy, Fernando, is sitting on the couch. Our other favorite boy, we have a bunch of favorite boys. Our other favorite boy, Steve, walks in and immediately says what we're all thinking, which is, "Fernando, you don't live here."
And Fernando has a very good line. It's like, yeah, I know, but they can't keep me out because it's always open. Which is why they need to invest in locks so that strange men don't come in and sit on their couch.
But Fernando provides such spice to their lives.
That's true.
Oh,
They'd probably be very sad without him. Or very happy, but there'd be something
And speaking of the spice he brings to their lives, he reminds Steve that it's his and DJ's 2-week anniversary. The most important date of all time.
It's very, very important. I would also like and he asks Steve, "Hey, what did you get for DJ for your 2-month anniversary?" And Steve, who is holding a gas station coffee and a banana, and is like, "I guess this."
Well, Fernando immediately smacks the coffee out of his hand, grabs the banana angrily and throws it to the floor.
Yes. There's a very good screenshot from this episode where Fernando takes the banana and is staring at it angrily.
Yes.
And we just love it so much.
Like it killed his family.
We needed more Juan Pablo Di Pace in our lives, and this episode delivered.
The banana killed his family, Harrison?
Yes, he's been looking his
No.
entire life for a 6-fingered banana.
Yes. Hello, my name is Fernando Hernandez Guerrero.
Fernandez Guerrero.
You killed my father. You are also a banana. Prepare to die.
Prepare to die.
Prepare to be eaten.
So good.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
So yeah, Steve immediately is like, "Oh no, I gotta go buy something because it's the 2-week anniversary. It's very important."
Actually, I think Steve is immediately like, "Wait, 2-week anniversary, is that a thing?" And Fernando was like, "No, yes it is. You gotta go buy something."
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, it's more like that because Fernando also mentions he has a lot of famous anniversaries on his phone. He just has it for some reason, including A-Rod and J-Lo, who have been together for 22 months, and I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong in that relationship.
At all.
Nothing's gonna go wrong as of the recording of this episode. But actually, Max comes in and he corrects Fernando's date because he knows too many details about this relationship. Point where Steve says that Max scares him sometimes.
Also, IMDb trivia, Steve says that sometimes he thinks Max might wish him into a cornfield. This is a reference to the Twilight Zone episode It's a Good Life, Season 3, Episode 8, from November 3rd, 1961, where a boy with strange powers often wished people he didn't like into the cornfield. That's just on IMDb.
Yep.
I remember that episode.
Yeah.
That was good. Also, really niche reference.
Yeah, it's a very niche reference, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put that in the podcast.
Steve is a fan of the Twilight Zone. It's canon. Fernando also says he once woke up to see Max standing over him like he was trying to steal his soul. So I know we sort of just pitched a story about Fernando getting revenge on bananas, but also is our spinoff possibly Demon Max?
Demon Max.
Yes. Max would look perfect on the poster for Insidious.
Oh, yeah.
It's just The Omen, but with Max instead. But Fernando declares himself as Steve's professor of love.
Yes, he does not want to be called bro. Instead, he wants to be called a professor of love.
Yep.
That's an important distinction.
It's very good. Steve calls him bro, and Fernando says, I'm not your bro. I'm your professor of love. He seems very hurt to be called Steve's bro. It is beneath him.
Yeah.
Like, he does still take the title of bro, but only in the sense that, like, a doctor corrects students when they say professor. Like, I am not some mere bro. I am of a higher caliber.
Yes.
I am a bro mentor.
Indeed. A bro mentor, a Brentor, if you will.
A Brentor.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we go to the burger place where Ramona's new friends have not shown up. People are starting to sit at the free table. Ramona fully leaps on top of it to save it.
Stop.
Yes.
It's very good. Ramona's
it's very good. It's a very good bit. We love Ramona.
Wonderful slapstick.
Yeah. The waitress says, like, hey, is everything all right with you? And
it's also like, you need to leave.
Yep. And turns out the waitress goes to their high school.
Yeah. Her name is Ashlyn.
Ashlyn,
yeah,
the waitress.
It's later revealed her name is Ashlyn, the waitress.
We made sure to note, as opposed to just calling her the waitress, like from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes, it's not Always Sunny. This is Fuller House.
I ain't no Charlie Kelly. I'm not Frank Reynolds. I can remember a person's name.
Yes.
Quick, what's my name?
Djombiecornswallop.
You know, I would say you're wrong, but that name is actually better than my name, so I'm gonna change my name to Djombiecornswallop.
Great.
Okay, Jombie, that's good for you. Good, own your truth, Djombiecornswallop. All right.
I don't like this anymore. I'm switching back to Zach.
Damn it.
But yeah, I'm very good at remembering names. We remember the waitress's name, which is Ashlyn.
Yes.
But the waitress tells Ramona that she saw on social media, on Socialmead.
Socialmead?
Yeah, on Socialmead. Ramona's terrible friends ditched her to go to a movie.
What?
Who could have expected the shitty teens to be shitty?
Oh my god.
I expected this from Sienna, but Coco,
how could you?
In Coco. How dare she?
How dare she?
I thought we were friends.
The other two?
I thought we were also friends with Sienna, but Sienna I expected this from.
We haven't gotten it exactly yet to why Coco is so great, but she is
we
great.
like Coco.
She is wonderful. She's wonderful.
Coco's very good. Sienna is not. Coco's very good. But yeah, her bad friends ditch her, and it's very sad. I think I out loud went, "Aw," and then the audience goes, "Aw." So it was like the one time I was completely in tune with the audience reaction.
Yes. That always feels good.
Yep.
Oh god, I just wanted to check something, and Mark, this is really bad. The other two friends that are not Go-Go and Sienna are not credited under the cast on IMDb for this episode.
Oh, no!
What? No way!
They're just kind of there.
Oh, no!
Yeah, that's bad.
That's bad. We should point out in pointing out how they're treating... Ashlyn, the waitress, isn't white.
Yeah.
So there's something.
There's some balance.
There's some balance it's equivalent exchange. You can only have so many non-white characters speak.
Oh, jeez.
we had Fernando speak, so therefore we had to sacrifice Ramona's two non-white friends.
Yeah, Ashlyn and Fernando both speak. I mean, Ramona as well.
Ramona
as well, but that means that certain people of color cannot speak, and those are the rules.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoops.
Oh, my God.
Moving on.
Yep.
Moving on. J Money comes home in his football uniform because he made the team.
He's a kicker now.
And nobody believes he's on the football team.
Because
it's great.
He's not... That is great.
Which, is perfect for J Money, because you look at this kid and you're like, this kid playing football? What is this fucking
this guy
a
plays
magical
sports?
Candyland? Like Canada?
What? This one a magical Candyland? Like the board game Candyland? What are you, crazy? We don't have a peppermint forest.
A peppermint forest where J Money is free to play football all
Mark,
day.
you've been taking this offhand comment and running with it, and I just want to say I respect that.
Fudge Bob. What? You think this is Candyland? You're ridiculous. Get some self-respect.
So, J Money is off in Candyland playing football, but he's the place kicker, which is why he's not dirty.
Which is why nobody
no one
believes
him.
Yep.
Yeah, that he's on the team.
But also importantly, Max and DJ point out, well, there was that one time you broke your thumb doing close-up magic.
Yes. That was funny.
Perfect.
Again, J Money doing close-up magic makes so much sense for the character.
What's also great is J Money says, like, in my defense, there was a new deck of playing cards and they shrink wrapped them really tight. So it means he didn't even break his thumb doing the magic. He broke his thumb getting the pack of cards open.
His skin is so sensitive.
Oh my God.
His skin is so sensitive. Also, his bones are very sensitive.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Not the bones.
No, ow, ouch,
no.
oof, my bones.
Anyway, very important that you all know that happened. Very important. Very good. Very J Money. But Steve shows up and he delivers this bear and these flowers to DJ for their 2-week anniversary. And DJ goes, 2-week anniversary? Oh, I totally know what a 2-week anniversary is.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah. Harrison, what did you do for your 2-week anniversary with your girlfriend?
There was a scavenger hunt in a cornfield, which was themed like the movie Jumanji.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that I definitely didn't just come up with that right now.
So like fully, there were like elephants everywhere.
Yes, there were no giraffes. That is where my animal theme had to end. But there were elephants in Jumanji Cornfield.
I will say some of that sounds a little dangerous to me, but also very romantic, and I respect it.
Thank you very much.
So what did Emma do to top that? What did your girlfriend do to top that?
She bought a satellite that shot lasers into the stratosphere, reading "Happy 2-week anniversary, Harrison." And I couldn't top that, so I was a very bad boyfriend.
It's also very romantic.
I was so prepared to ask what you did to top that, and then you fucking ruined it, but it's fine.
Kimmy comes in and tells DJ, "It was those were for your 2-week anniversary. Well, you gotta top them. What do you have planned?"
Yeah.
And so DJ and Steve continue to let Kimmy and Fernando ruin their lives.
I mean, there is one point where Fernando explicitly says that he is living vicariously through Steve and DJ.
Yeah.
And he says DJ, which, I mean, copyright Fullest House. We've had this on lockdown since like season 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Copyright Fullest House.
I don't think we ever looked that up. I think we just came to that.
Yeah, we just came to that
we got it
conclusion.
first. You can't take it, Fuller House.
They still haven't mentioned popular other ships. Meave.
Yeah.
Meej. I'll throw in, there's Fimmy. There's Stimmy. J. Rocky.
J. Rock.
J. Rocky. Or Rock Money.
Rock Money.
Rock Money. I like Rock Money.
Rock Money.
Rocky definitely has to go before J Money in that ship name.
Yep. Oh, yeah, you're right. Correct. Yeah, Kimmy tells DJ that what you get him doesn't matter as long as it makes his gift look like crap. And with that great relationship advice, hey kids, remember, relationships are a competition and you're always trying to one-up your partner.
Perfect advice.
If you don't win, then you lose. Because that's the opposite of winning.
Yep.
I'm really bad at this.
That's what relationships are about.
Yeah.
Yay.
Musical bits.
Great. Anyway, speaking of musical bits, Sunshine Stephanie is performing for the children.
Whoa. Sunshine Stephanie's first big performance.
She did earlier say, like, should I come up with some sort of persona? Some sort of character? And DJ and Kimmy were like, yes. And I like that her character is my name, but I put the word sun in front of it and dress up like a sun.
Yeah.
Like when she was saying she wanted to do a character, I really wanted her to really go like glam rock, do like a whole thing.
Like a Gem in the Holograms type
Oh,
outfit.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be totally outrageous.
But instead she performs a song about vegetables.
Yes. She sings a song about vegetables and the kids fucking hate it.
Yep. They should have gotten the Diddly Bops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Wagafuffles.
You can't stimp out on the kids' entertainers.
Yeah.
You can't.
Or whatever our band name was that we said at the start of this episode, I forget. The Good Time Boys Kids Band.
The Good Time Boys Kids Band. Very, very good name for a band.
It's like the Wiggles, but not the Wiggles.
Like the Wiggles, but not the Wiggles. That's the tagline. Is that the tagline or is that part of the title of the band?
It's like a subtitle. You know?
Our full name is The Good Time Boys Kids Band, like the Wiggles, but not the Wiggles.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you can just shorten it to the Good Time Boys Kids Band or TGTBKB.
Like a rapper name that's way too long.
Yep. Hello, we are the artists formerly known as the Good Time Boys Kids Band, like the Wiggles, but not the Wiggles.
Or
Yes.
you can make it shorter, so like the artist formerly known as TGTBKB KLAAVOTW.
Yes.
Very good, Zach. Very good.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, your applause means the world to me right now. Thank you.
But yeah, the kids are not into Steph's veggie song. They start throwing the vegetables she was handing out at her. I'm kind of ashamed that the second Stephanie started handing vegetables out to the children, I did not clock that they were setting up that the kids were going to throw the vegetables at her.
Yeah, that's really an oversight on our part.
You bring up a good point. I didn't think of that either. I don't know why.
That is on us. And we apologize.
I think we're also just not used to things being set up that are actually paid off.
True. Very true.
I guess so, yeah. Also, Steph, what the heck is up with this character?
Yep.
This is a terrible choice.
It's a terrible choice.
It's a terrible character.
No kid wants to be told to eat their vegetables at a birthday party.
That's why the Diddly Bops sung a song about all food.
Heck yeah.
It was catchy as hell. After being assaulted by vegetables, Steph threatens one of the kids, the kid whose party it is.
Which his mother takes in stride, but also shock.
Yep.
Not much anger.
The
just
kid
shock.
starts to cry.
She just knows that her kid's a little shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe, because to be fair, when the kids start pelting food at Stephanie, none of the parents step in.
Yeah.
There are
That's
just
a
all
good
these
point.
adults standing stoically by the side. Nobody's like, hey, don't do that. What are you doing?
They're just like, kids will be
Oh.
kids.
We were all kids. We all pelted a performer with lettuce before.
Yeah.
Yes, we were all evil.
There's probably like some fucking clown or something. Fuck that guy. And speaking of fuck the clown, DJ decides in retaliation to getting hit with a bunch of lettuce, she decides fuck them kids, and starts threatening this small child.
We talked about this.
Oh.
But Zach, we've learned a very important lesson, which is that you always pay attention.
Yes.
Yes.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's... I'm sorry, I forgot what you just said. Can you say that again?
All right, DJ got Steve.
She got Steve a present. She got him a sandwich.
A very big sandwich.
Yeah, a very long 14-foot sandwich
Yup.
or something like that.
Yeah, no, you are correct. It was a 14-foot party sub.
1 foot for every day they've been dating.
Yeah.
And there's a very good bit where Steve is like, oh my god, this is great. And he goes in to hug DJ, but he hugs the sandwich instead.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a fun bit.
That is a fun bit. I was, when she said it was, she got him a sandwich, and we of course knew like, oh, it's going to be a really big sandwich.
We knew it was going to be big.
I thought it was going to be a really tall sandwich, like a Scooby Doo style sandwich.
Yeah.
I have Steve eat it by like unhinging his jaw.
Yep. Steve, old buddy, old pal. Like zoinks.
Okay, wait. So if we're talking Scooby Doo, I feel like Steve would probably be. I guess Steve would probably be Scooby, but then does that make Jimmy Gibbler Shaggy?
I think Steve is maybe a Shaggy. Jimmy Gibbler is a Scooby, because Jimmy Gibbler
Yeah, you know what? I
is
like that
loyal
better.
and fun-loving
Yeah.
like a dog.
Right.
Like a dog.
Steve,
Or
Like a
sweet
dog.
golden retriever.
our
himbo,
sweet golden retriever boy.
who does not appear in this episode, but
Yep, and Steve likes to eat.
yeah.
Yeah.
But there was that one episode where there was a ghost, and Matt jumped into Steve's arms or someone's arms.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
So maybe Matt is Shaggy.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Do we just is it like a rock paper scissors thing where it's like, okay, if Jimmy is Scooby, then Steve's got to be Shaggy. If Steve is Scooby, then Matt's got to be Shaggy. And it's just like it's like a rock paper scissors kind of deal.
Yeah.
Oops, all Shaggies.
It's all Shaggies.
Scooby Doo, oops, all Shaggies. That's our spinoff, by the way.
That's
It's okay. So the way this works is that it's like the same characters, but like everyone's face is replaced with a Shaggy face, and they all talk like Shaggy, but they all have the body type of the different characters, but with Shaggy's face.
No, I really want an Into the
These
Spider-Verse
cursed abomination.
situation where we have Shaggy from all these
Ooh.
alternate universes.
Ooh, that's
Yes. We have Noir Shaggy.
Yep. We have anime Shaggy.
Anime Shaggy.
We have live action Shaggy.
Yes. Just green screening Matthew Lillard into it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Fuller House.
Yeah, we were talking about the sandwich.
Fernando says this is horrible. She's outdoing you. He says a number of things, but one of the things he says is she is topping you with toppings. And I know he meant it in like she's topping you like she's outdoing you, but it still is, I think, very sexual. And I think it is more evidence of how
Oh my
Fernando is
God.
very sexual this season.
He also
Very
goes on to make a
horny.
lot more sandwich puns
Yep.
as well.
Yes.
I just thought she's topping you. Like, we have Fernando fully saying, like, she's topping you.
Yes, yeah. They just wanted a way to make Fernando as sexual as possible this
Yep.
season.
And this is when he says, I'm living vicariously through you. This is a healthy relationship.
This is a very, yeah, they have a very healthy relationship with CJ.
We don't get many Steve Fernando stories, and I'm enjoying this.
No, we don't. This is good. It's a good character dynamic.
We will.
True.
We will.
We will get more of Steve and Fernando and Sandwich.
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
But that's for later. That's for another day.
Anyway, Steph comes back home covered in food and the remnants of her botched kids party where she made a kid cry. And I really like the opening line to this scene, which is DJ says, "Did you get into another fight at Soup Plantation?" Which is good. But also, it implies that Steph has before, maybe regularly, gotten into fights at Soup Plantation. And guys,
Steph is a mess.
Steph is a mess.
She is. Wow, this episode.
You never forget your first fight at Soup Plantation.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday, but I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay.
By the way, I don't want to talk about it, but by the way, I am sorry, Zach, for what I inflicted on you.
It's okay. My arm is completely healed for the most part, except it kind of bends the wrong way now. But like, I don't feel any pain.
Yeah, and look, like, I forgive you for everything you did to me. I do. My ankle hurts when it rains.
Why did nobody invite me to this fight at Soup Plantation?
I'm sorry, Harrison. We'll make sure to invite you next time.
I thought we were protecting you from the carnage that ensues at Soup Plantation.
Thank you.
This didn't just happen. We knew what we were getting into.
Yeah, we weren't sure if you could like handle the Soup Plantation fight.
You know I can handle it.
Harrison has a switchblade on him right now.
Harrison has a switchblade and he's getting ready to circumcise you again.
Oh.
Whoa! Let's not get crazy, Zach.
Yeah, let's move on. Anyway, Steph is feeling terrible about how she botched it. But Kimmy tries to comfort her by saying, "Don't worry, it's just because you botched this kid's party doesn't mean you're gonna be a bad mom." And Steph says, "I wasn't even thinking about that, Kimmy." And Kimmy's like, "Oh, well, all right."
Oh boy.
So now Steph is worried that she's gonna be a bad mom because she made a kid cry the first time she tried to perform for children. Which
she's great at this.
To be fair, that's a pretty bad track record.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 100% cry rate. But yeah, but guys, there's a problem. There's another party tomorrow and Steph doesn't want to perform, so Kimmy's got to find a replacement.
Yeah.
But Ramona comes back to the house and tells everyone that her friends ghosted her.
Aww.
Kimmy proceeds to give terrible advice and Steph gives really good advice.
Yep.
Yes.
Which I guess I didn't realize at the time, but it was sort of directly addressing the problem from 2 minutes before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Steph gives good advice. Kimmy gives bad advice. They tell Ramona, like, "Hey, you know, you're always welcome to be a part of our friend group." And then they do the she-wolf howl. And Ramona says, "Are you trying to make me feel worse?" And she leaves, which was good reaction, Ramona.
Yeah, Ramona doesn't want to join the least cool friend group.
And she's already a part of the best friend group of the house.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
3 children and their 2 adult friends.
3 children and the 2 adults who all are also there.
So next we cut to DJ comes home from something. She was in the last scene, but she comes home. Everything's in darkness, and a spotlight shines on her.
Yep.
And at this point, I was really hoping that there would be another spotlight on Steve with like a top hat and a cane and a tux. But it's just a normal Steve.
Musical bits.
It's just a normal Steve. And he's saying, "Hey, DJ, you know what your favorite show is?" And DJ says, I forget, it's like
a house renovation show.
Oh, it's some like house listing renovation show. And Steve was like, "Okay, got some bad intel on that. So, like, what's your second favorite show?"
That's right, American Ninja Warrior.
Oh no!
And then a spotlight shines on Fernando, who is striking the best pose.
Fernando's
he is killing
he's
it.
Wearing the DJ
and then
shirt.
the light comes on, revealing, he has STJ gear. And then the light shows on, revealing that they set up an entire obstacle course in the living room, and her kids are watching. J Money has like a foam finger in the background.
I think
Max
they
and Tommy are also
fingers, there, or at least Max does.
Okay.
There are all these complicated, cool lights, a whole obstacle course. It must have taken a long time to set up,
and a lot of money.
I saw and I thought, like, Fernando, I understand, but like, Steve, you have a job. Aren't you busy today? You said it was like Hammer Toe Day.
Yeah, wait. He mentions that it's it's Hammer Toe Day. He does the MC
exactly.
Hammer Dance
You
at one
can't
point.
skip Hammer Toe Day. to set up an American Ninja Warrior course. Don't make the mistakes I did.
Oh my god, please take that quote. I just love sometimes we say quotes that if you take them out of context make no sense whatsoever. Or like, you can't stay home from work on Hammer Toe Day to build an American Ninja Warrior course. So if you take that quote out of context and you're like, how the fuck did we get here from Fuller House? Yeah. But we did.
I mean, it didn't take much. It was in Fuller House.
Yeah. But and by the way, when she sees the course, DJ says, "Oh my ninja," because they're really hammering home her catchphrase this season. I think every single episode she's said it and said some sort of variation on it.
Maybe they have a new writer who's like not quite as familiar with everything as everyone, and he's just like, oh, right, she has a catchphrase. I need to use the catchphrase all the time.
Yeah, but he's not aware of any of the other catchphrases because it's not like Steph is saying how rude all the time.
Right. That's true. No, I think she did say it in the last episode or something like that.
DJ does the obstacle course. It's very impressive, but also I was expecting something to go wrong comedically the entire time, but nothing ever does. She just does the obstacle course. And next scene.
Wins.
Yep. Yeah. She wins.
She wins. She climbs up the cargo net up to the top part where Steve is, and we thought someone was going to get injured.
No one did.
They had a prime opportunity. Yeah. Literally in the next scene, DJ is using ice because she's sore. Literally, they could have just shown her falling and been like, oh, God.
Yeah.
That was quite a fall.
But instead, the show chooses to be impressive, but maybe a little underwhelming.
Yep.
Anyway, Kimmy says she has 3 ideas to outdo Steve. All of them involve a giraffe.
Mm-hmm.
And also she's trying to find a replacement for Stephanie, but she can't because they're dead.
Yes. They're all dead, which made me...
Or at least one of them is dead.
Goosey Lucy is dead.
Yeah, she calls a pairing... Like, I mean, I guess, is it like Foxy Locks? It's Silly Sally and Goosey Lucy.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And she says, like, I know well, Sally, I know you're busy, but what about Goosey Lucy? And then she just goes, oh, well, my condolences. I'm sorry for your loss.
Goosey Lucy is dead.
Goosey Lucy Gladys
She died.
Of course.
Wow.
It's so simple.
Oh, it'd be so sad.
It's all coming together. Gladys Nicholsby, in her secret double life as a children's entertainer, as Goosey Lucy, was killed by Matt last episode. I'd also like to bring up, because Kimmy later has a line where it's like, yeah, I've tried calling other children's entertainers, but they're all dead. Yeah. Weird how that happens. And I was like, oh, do we just have like a spin-off about a serial killer who only targets children's entertainers?
Is this like our 4th or 5th spin-off this episode? Because if so, I'm here for it.
Yes,
why pitch this one during the episode itself?
Maybe this person killing all the children's entertainers is Demon Max.
Yes.
Ooh.
Because he had a bad experience at a birthday party.
Yes.
Or he got totally upstaged.
Because Sunshine Steph made him cry.
Yep.
It's the kid who cried. It's his Joker origin story, and now he targets.
Yep. So we folded it into it's just one spinoff. It's great. Yep. What's not great is Ramona comes home. Her shitty friends ditched her again, and they tagged her in the photo.
And now they're at the burger place.
Which is just a real dick move.
Like, wow.
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Evil.
And I felt a little bad because I've definitely joked in the past that Ramona has no friends. Because Lola moves away and then we never see her
never has friends again.
Any friends.
Literally, it's her character development in this episode.
And Ramona very sadly goes, I don't have any friends. And I immediately went, oh, now I feel bad for making all those jokes.
No.
Yep.
So she leaves to go upstairs, and Kimmy's like, you know what? I'm going to teach these kids a lesson, because nothing is going to solve this problem faster than Ramona's mom coming and talking to her bullies and telling them, hey, maybe you should not bully my daughter. Here's some money. Okay, thanks, bye.
And DJ and Steph both go, Kimmy, that's a terrible idea. You are not going to help the situation. Her mother coming over to lecture them is not going to help the situation. This is only going to be bad. And Kimmy's like, you're right. I shouldn't. And then cut to the burger restaurant where Kimmy just shows up and she goes, or maybe I should. Those aren't the exact lines, but that's the vibe.
Yeah, she says that, and the waitress Ashlyn is also there. She's like, why did you just say that out loud? And she's like, never mind, I gotta go beat up some bullies.
She confronts Ramona's bullies, lectures them for a bit, and then they go, wow, Ramona's mom, you definitely taught us an important life lesson. And Kimmy goes, I did? Great, here's the money for your lunch. Bye. What nice kids.
She's very good at this.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was very popular in high school.
I wrote in my notes, because we've seen Kimmy insert herself into a situation to try to help Ramona, but she ends up embarrassing Ramona many times before. I wrote in my notes, Kimmy must hate Ramona.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
But she leaves, and the friends are like, wow, that was easy. I guess her mom's just gone. And then who should show up from the table next to them but Steph, who is also there for some reason.
Yep. The shitty friends are like, oh, well, that was easy. And Steph, who's been hiding behind a menu, drops the menu and goes, oh, was it? And she walks over and starts dressing down these shitty friends.
And I think Sienna has a line where it's like, how many of Ramona's relatives are in this restaurant? And it's at that moment when it's revealed that the table is actually Jimmy Gibbler.
The table, there's a hard cut. Suddenly the table is in the shape of a man. Jimmy Gibbler, Autobot style, transforms back into a human being.
Yes. Yes, he transforms into a table.
And he's like, that'll teach you a lesson, and then he leaves.
Oh, that's perfect. But yeah, Steph, this is the point where we all decided that we love Coco.
Oh yes.
Well, first Steph says, like, Coco, you think of Sienna as your best friend, right? And Coco's like, yeah. Well, Sienna posted that you are BAB, basic as baloney. And Coco is very hurt and goes, that's the worst kind of basic.
It's so good.
It's like the acting is like just cheesy enough to the point where it's funny.
And then Stephanie steals fries from a table, and for some reason they don't put up a fight at all. And she drops it in front of Coco, and she's like, "Here you go, you carbs.
Here,
you carb-starved girl." And she just starts
eating,
gobbling them up.
It reframes so Coco good. As not a mean girl, but you know, someone who's been taken advantage of, is maybe a little bit sad, and also one of our other favorite archetypes, a bit of a dummy.
Yes.
It's like I don't know why this is like in my head. If it's like Avatar, all right? Sienna's like the Fire Lord, and Coco is just every Fire Nation soldier.
It's not talked about enough that every soldier in the Fire Nation is completely incompetent.
Yes.
Whenever it cuts to random Fire Nation soldiers who are not like generals or people in charge who are the main villains of the series, whenever it cuts to just the random people, they're all so gullible and stupid. It's great.
It's fantastic.
Like the one time when a Fire Nation soldier thought that the captain was calling everybody into one room because it was his birthday.
And everyone goes there.
Everyone just goes. Every soldier in the Fire Nation is an idiot. Anyway. Steph dresses them down. She tells Sienna, your friends don't actually like you. They're just afraid of you. And Sienna says, that's ridiculous. And this is maybe the biggest acting from the two other friends of the friend group, who just sort of look away and go, well, but they do not say it out loud because they do not have any lines.
They do not speak.
But Coco also kind of goes, well, there's also a funny line where Steph is talking to Sienna and she says, like, you're in high school, although I'm not sure because I think I graduated with you. So maybe Sienna is fully an adult pretending to be a teenager.
Oh my god.
Be great.
That'd be fantastic.
Look, this 26-year-old woman playing a high schooler does not deserve all this. I don't know how old the actor actually is.
And Steph says, you were just afraid that Ramona was getting more popular than you, so you had to ghost her. And it's great because Coco with a full mouth goes, oh, it's true.
Yes, that was wonderful. Yeah.
She's fully that's the thing. Again, we love our dummies, and Coco's Coco's so much fun.
Yeah.
Just seems to be a well-meaning, easily manipulated dummy, and we love it.
Oh yeah, she's wonderful.
Hashtag Coco can be saved.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Steph succeeds in making Sienna feel terrible.
Yes.
And as she's leaving, Ashlyn says, wow, Ramona's so lucky to have a mom like you. And Steph says, oh, I'm not her mom. And Ashlyn says this unprompted line, which is very specific and solves Steph's crisis, which is, well, whoever's mom you are is very lucky. And so Steph says, maybe I can't be a children's entertainer, but I am skilled at making teenagers feel bad. So I am going to be a good mom.
When you think about it that way, that's a little fucked up, but yeah, I guess so.
Then it cuts to Ramona, who's super jazzed. Kimmy walks in and Ramona tells her that Sienna and her friends are now begging her to hang out with them. Kimmy's proud of herself for teaching them a valuable lesson.
Yes.
But Ramona reveals she's not going to hang out with them because they're kind of shitty, except maybe Coco. We think Coco could be saved, and I think Coco would actually make a very good foil for Ramona and be a lot of fun.
I don't think she ever appears again, which is a missed opportunity.
I know I make the, I want a Friends style spinoff with Ramona, but it's Ramona can be the Chandler and Coco will be the Joey.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking Phoebe, but Joey also makes sense.
Ramona is Chandler, Coco is Joey, and that's the dynamic. But instead, she's going to hang out with Ashlyn.
Yeah, at a rally against animal abuse. But she works at a fast food joint.
Yeah, Ramona says, she has multitudes in her.
She's got layers to her. She's not a one-dimensional character, man.
Yep. But then we wrap up the episode with one final scene with Steve and DJ. Fernando is very excited that, Steve says to Fernando, what have you gotten me into? And Fernando says, I got you into a deep, loving, very competitive relationship. But Steve tells DJ that this has gotten out of hand. He doesn't want to do this anymore. DJ agrees.
You see, you gotta put an end to it at some point, which is why I didn't have to top the satellite, Zach.
Wait, did we mention about how Kimmy has many ideas on how Steve and how DJ can top Steve, and all of them involve a live giraffe?
I think we did mention that, yes.
Okay. However, the giraffe is still there. There is a giraffe.
Yeah, there is a giraffe. We were really waiting for the giraffe to come in. They have high ceilings. I think the giraffe would fit.
Yeah.
But sadly, no giraffe ever shows up. What does show up is Steve does have one final gift for her. He has framed the first note he ever passed her.
Aww.
It's very sweet. It says, hey, do you want to see Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with me? I like that they have to specify.
Yeah.
What a date movie. Was that a thing from the show, Full House?
No, don't think so.
Okay.
But it was out at the time.
Okay.
It was just what's a random movie from this time period?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kimmy and Fernando watch over them, aghast that they're not following their advice and being competitive and unhealthy.
Fernando's what? How could a small gift be better than a big one? And Kimmy's oh, well, I've got a small gift to give you. And she gives him a nice little peck on the cheek. And Fernando immediately turns to her and is well, I've got an even smaller gift that I'd like to give you, and then pulls her away. He doesn't actually do that, but it would have been funny.
We wanted that to happen. Well, I've got a small gift for you.
The smallest.
I've got an even smaller gift to give to you.
But anyway, the episode ends sweetly with Steve and DJ having worked through their problems.
Hooray!
And having this sweet moment over the note.
Yeah.
Hooray! Now let's talk about sad boys.
Yes.
Sad boy of the week. Okay.
Coco.
Yes.
That's
Coco?
my nominee. That's my nominee.
I feel like Fernando is definitely a contender.
Fernando is a contender. Steph as well, I think.
Steph is definitely one. I'm trying to think.
Ramona?
I feel like Ramona is a bit like too sad in like
For real?
in like a depressing way.
I sympathized with Ramona too much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
If he had more screen time, I think maybe J Money.
Yeah, I don't think J Money got. Yeah, we had that one scene about J Money playing football, and it's never mentioned again.
Well, I think that was really, that scene was a lead in to Steve showing up with the bear. So that was really the point of the scene, which means they could have gotten in a little later to that scene.
Yeah.
I think J Money just doesn't do enough. Although I do want to give an honorable mention to breaking his thumb doing close-up magic.
Yes, that's definitely worth an honorable mention. But I think it's probably just those main three: Fernando, Coco,
and Steph.
And Steph. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's run through.
I assume there is going to be the least for Coco.
Yeah.
So I will maybe do Coco first. Coco has been forbidden from eating carbs by her bad friend Sienna, even though, as we find out later, Coco likes her carbs.
Yeah. She's not afraid to eat.
She's not afraid to eat.
And how dare Sienna shame her for that?
Yeah. Also, turns out her best friend Sienna called her basic as baloney, a real thing that a teen would definitely post on social media.
Yes.
And Coco is incredibly hurt by it. It's great. It's the worst kind of basic. We have to start calling people basic as baloney in real life. I don't want us to become like catty mean girls, but I like it as a phrase.
Oh, yeah.
That's very good.
And then Coco just gorges herself on fries. And when Steph makes an accusation against Sienna with a full mouth, goes, "It's true." Love it.
Yes. It's very good.
And then Ramona won't hang out with her, even though we desperately want to see Ramona and Coco hanging out.
Yes.
Would have been great.
That would have been fantastic.
It would have been so good.
But alas.
I think that's pretty much Coco.
That's about it for Coco. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fernando. Fernando has broken into the Fuller house.
Yes.
They cannot keep him out because they do not lock their doors.
Yes.
Which really seems like more of an oversight on DJ's part.
Yes.
Yes.
Weird that the one catchphrase this show has truly generated of "it's always open" is so insane.
It's weird.
Oh, it's very weird.
Yep. So Fernando is there even though he doesn't live there. He inserts himself into Steve and DJ's relationship because he is living vicariously through Steve. He is bored with his own relationship.
Quote.
Yep.
It's a direct quote that he's very invested in CJ.
He's very invested, so he inserts himself into their relationship and starts meddling. He and his wife really ruined their relationship. They're driving Steve and DJ crazy, and if they kept following that would not be a recipe for success.
Nope.
So I assume, either assists or does most of the work in setting up a whole American Ninja Warrior course. Because Steve has a job. Fernando does have a job as a very famous race car driver, but he doesn't seem to be doing much.
It's a seasonal work. It's seasonal work.
It's seasonal work. It's not race car season. They're not ripe yet. You can't.
It's not race car season.
It's not race car season. They're not ripe. They only bloom. They're going to bloom later.
Oh my God. Yeah, you got to wait for those race cars to ripen.
Yep. When DJ gives Steve a nice gift, he says, you're not allowed to be happy about that. She is topping you with toppings. And just is ecstatic in the fact that I got you into this very competitive, very unhealthy relationship. Congratulations.
Yay.
And in the end, Steve doesn't follow his advice. His student does not follow the professor.
He does say he can take the course next semester. He's a good teacher.
Okay. Yes.
Right. Yes.
So I think that's Fernando pretty much. Steph, right after deciding that there's no such thing as selling out for your children, she's okay performing for kids, immediately goes, "Actually, I don't know if I'm okay performing for kids." And Kimmy says, "Well, you got to anyway." She creates the worst children's performer persona, and sings a song about vegetables.
But not even a good song about vegetables. She doesn't even use an instrument.
No, she's not even on the stage. She's just singing softly without any music and handing out fruit and vegetables to children.
There's no melody or anything.
Yeah. It's not good
there's
or
catchy. There's not even a background track. It's just her singing a cappella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. The kids hate it. They start throwing things at Steph. Steph threatens a child and makes him cry.
Also setting up the kids' Joker origin story.
Joker origin story. It is because of Steph that all those children's entertainers are going to die.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
She starts doubting her ability to be a mother, which she didn't think of immediately, but then Kimmy made her feel real bad about it, which I think is very good Sadboi behavior. She immediately after saying, hey, Kimmy, maybe don't follow Ramona to the restaurant and confront her friends, follows Ramona to the restaurant. Well, I guess Ramona doesn't go herself, but she goes to the restaurant and confronts Ramona's friends.
That is a good point. She really is just like, Kimmy, it's not a good idea for you to go to the restaurant and confront Ramona's friends. I'll go to the restaurant and confront Ramona's friends.
I'll do it.
If you want something done right, you do it yourself.
She gets a very convenient line about, wow, I bet you'd make a great mother. And she's just like, well, I guess that's taken care of. All wrapped up for me. Was there anything else? Oh, also, we find out she often gets into fights at the soup plantation.
Yes.
That's very sad.
And additionally, knew there was a washing machine, did not know there was a dryer.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's like literally the first line of the episode.
That's the first line of the episode.
They're always next to each other.
Yep. And yeah, she doesn't know if she can be a children's entertainer when she's definitely performed at parties for teenagers before.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yep. And when she wants to quit, she can't because Kimmy cannot find a replacement. Everyone's dead.
Yeah, they're all dead.
And again, soup plantation.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna be honest. When you were reading through all the cases, this one seemed like it was the weakest one to me, but I feel like I gotta vote for it anyway because it's what I felt in my soul after watching the episode. I gotta give it to Fernando this time.
Fernando.
Really?
Yeah.
Fernando.
I think it's Fernando. He's really invested into Steve and DJ's relationship. He coins the ship name CJ like we have done.
I think they used that in a previous episode, actually.
Yes, but also he directly tells Steve, I am living vicariously through you and your girlfriend's relationship.
Yes. Fernando is very good this episode, but I think Steph takes it for me.
You know, logically speaking, I know both of you are right in your own way. I'm still going to go with the wrong answer that's in my heart, which is Coco.
Oh my gosh, we need a tiebreaker. Tyler, who do you vote for?
So Tyler's the tiebreaker.
Guys, wait, I just realized. If it's a tie, we go to Tyler.
He's the tiebreaker, spelled T-Y.
Yeah, so Tyler, you gotta tell us the vote.
I have gotten the tiebreaker in. So the official winner of Sadboi of the Week for Season 4, Episode 4 of Fuller House is Steph.
Woo!
I mean,
Congratulations,
it makes sense. Congratulations, Steph.
It does make sense. It makes sense.
Fun fact, Steph is now in second place with 6 by herself.
Great.
Nice.
Because Steph is a mess. I don't think we really didn't realize on the first watch just how much of a mess Steph is.
Steph is a mess.
She has a much more subtle sadness about her than someone like a J Money or a Fernando.
Honestly, I think part of what it is for me, I will say I think Fernando leads a pretty sad life. He spends all his time sneaking into a house that is not his and stirring up drama. I think Fernando's zest for life makes him not so sad for me.
A little less sad.
There are always strong cases for Fernando, like especially here when he's like, I'm living vicariously through you. But anytime Fernando does a sad thing, I'm just like, that's Fernando.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for another episode of the Fullest House Podcast. If you like what you just listened to, feel free to like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Fullest House Pod. Once again, I'm Zach Djombiecornswallop Horowitz.
I'm Mark Greene.
And I'm Harrison Bloom.
And until next time, may your houses be fuller, and may your tapas be carbless.